Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Richi Agarwal. I welcome you to web-based programming class. Today's topic is Introduction to MySQL. MySQL is very popular open source DBMS database management system. MySQL databases are relational. Is officially pronounced as MySQL, not MySQL. It handles very large databases, very fast performance and reliable. MySQL is compatible with standard SQL. MySQL is probably the most popular database management system for web servers. Developed in the mid 1990s, it's now a mature technology that powers many of today's most visited internet destinations. One reason for its success must be the fact that, like PHP, it's free to use, but it's also extremely powerful and exceptionally fast. It can run on even the most basic of hardware. MySQL is also highly scalable, which means that it can grow with your website. It is free, much cheaper than Oracle. Each student can install MySQL locally. Multi-user access to number of databases offered. Easy to use shell for creating tables, querying tables, etc. Easy to use with Java JDBC. MySQL is frequently used by PHP and Perl. MySQL is relational database management system. A relational database stores the data in separate tables rather than putting all the data in one big storeroom. This adds speed and flexibility. The SQL part of MySQL stands for Structured Query Language. SQL is the most common standardized language used to access databases and is defined by the ANSI ISO SQL standard. The SQL standard has been evolving since 1986. The MySQL database server is very fast, reliable, and easy to use. Although under constant development, MySQL Server today offers a rich and useful set of functions. Its connectivity, speed, and security makes MySQL Server highly suited for accessing database on the internet. MySQL is a database management system. A database is a structured collection of data. It may be anything from a simple shopping list to a picture gallery or the vast amount of information in a corporate network. To add, access, and process data stored in a computer database, you need a database management system such as MySQL Server. Since computers are very good at handling large amount of data, database management system plays a central role in computing as standalone utilities or as part of other applications. MySQL software is a open source. Open source means that it is possible for anyone to use and modify the system. Anybody can download the MySQL software from internet and use it without paying anything. MySQL Server works in client server or embedded systems. MySQL database software is a client server system that consists of multi-threaded SQL server that supports different backends, several different client programs and libraries, administrative tools, and wide range of application programming interfaces. MySQL features and benefit scalability and flexibility. Run anything from deeply embedded applications with a footprint of just 1 MB or massive data warehouse holding terabytes of information. High performance, table and index partitioning, ultra fast load utilities, distinctive memory cache, full text indexes, and more. High availability, run high speed master slave replication configurations with row based and hybrid replication, specialized cluster server offering instant failover, robust transaction support, complete asset, atomic, consistent, isolated, durable transaction support, unlimited row level locking, distributed transaction capability, and multi version transaction support, web and data warehouse strength, high performance query engine, strong data protection, powerful mechanism for ensuring only authorized users have access. SSH and SSL support safe and secure connections, powerful data encryption and decryption functions, comprehensive application development, support for stored procedures, triggers, function, views, cursor, and more. Plugin libraries to embed MySQL database support into nearly any application. Management ease, use event scheduler automatically schedule common recurring SQL based tasks to execute on the database server. Average time from software download to complete installation is less than 15 minutes. Open source freedom and 24 cross 7 support. Around the clock support and indemnification available through MySQL network. Enterprise quality and enterprise ready from installation support. Lower, lowest total cost. MySQL fields are associated with data type during their creation, representing the value they can store. So few data types supported by MySQL are int for storing a standard integer, big int for storing a large integer, decimal for storing fixed point number, float for single precision floating point number, double for double precision floating point number, char for storing fixed length non-binary character string, varchar for variable length non-binary string, date for storing date value, time for storing time value. Here, varchar stands for variable length character string, and command takes a numeric value that tells MySQL the maximum length allowed for a string stored in this field. This data type is very useful as MySQL can then plan the size of the database and perform lookups and searches more easily. The downside is that if you ever attempt to assign a string value longer than length allowed, it will be truncated to the maximum length declared in table definition. Both char and varchar accept text strings and impose a limit on the size of the field. The difference is that every string in a char field has the specified size. If you put in a smaller string, it is padded with spaces. A varchar field does not pad the text. It lets the size of the field vary to fit the text that is inserted. But varchar requires a small amount of overhead to keep track of the size of each value. So char is slightly more efficient if the sizes are similar in all records, whereas varchar is more efficient if sizes can vary a lot and get larger. In addition, the overhead causes access to varchar data be slightly slower than char data. Now, coming to common SQL commands. Most common MySQL commands are alter for altering a database or table, backup for taking a backup of a table, create command for creating a database, delete for deleting a row from table, describe for describing a table's column, drop command to delete a database or table, exit command, control. We can use control plus C also to exit, grant for changing the user privilege, help for displaying help, insert for inserting a data, lock for locking tables, quit is same as exit, rename for renaming a table, show list details about an object, source for executing a file, status display the current status, truncate empty a table, unlock for unlocking a table, update for updating existing record, use for using a database. Couple of things we'll remember about SQL command, MySQL command. SQL commands and keywords are case insensitive. Like in capital letter, if we write create, and then in a small letters we write create, so all mean the same thing. However, for the sake of clarity, the recommended style is to use uppercase. Table names are case sensitive on Linux and OS, but case insensitive on Windows. So for portability purpose, you should always choose a case and stick to it. The recommended style is to use lowercase for tables. So when client make a request, it requests an internet resource by specifying a URL and providing input via HTTP encoded strings. Server responds. Server responds to the client and supports HTTP. It is not mandatory that MySQL server is there on the server only. It could be anywhere in the world. Then also server response, and response will be sent to the client. PHP MyAdmin, MySQL can be controlled through a simple command line interface. However, we can use PHP MyAdmin as an interface to MySQL. PHP MyAdmin is very powerful tool. It provides a large number of facilities for customizing a database management system. The following steps are required for PHP to communicate with MySQL database: connecting to MySQL server, selecting database, query execution, then close database connection. We will be doing in detail all the 4 steps in the coming lecture. In the next lecture, we will do with the help of example. Thank you. Have a nice day.